Hello and welcome, Eagles fans from all over, whether from around the country or around the world, watching from a mobile device or even watching in the comfort of your own home. We're super excited and delighted to have you be a part of this matchup this evening. In today's matchup, Pensacola Christian College volleyball team will be facing off against South Region opponent Bob Jones University. The Bruins have been ranked #1 in the nation for majority of the 2021 season. Victoria Glaze, junior outside hitter from, I believe, North Carolina, currently leads her teams in hits, digs, and also service aces. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're seeking a win after losing to Johnson University. And now, since they're currently 4 games under 500, a win tonight will be very pivotal. Plenty of action awaits in this eventual matchup, but before we introduce you to this broadcast today, let me go ahead and give you guys a brief opportunity for you guys to meet our Pensacola Christian College Eagles.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but now on my 3rd year, learning is so much fun.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Teaching is communicating facts, but the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. You can have a really good teacher-student relationship. And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
Faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. Everything that I see here is Christ-centered.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ.
They want students to make an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load. And, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Hello and welcome, Eagle fans from all over. Whether you're from around the country or around the world, we want to welcome you to this broadcast today. Hi, I'm Alvin Chapman. Alongside me is faculty member and former volleyball player with the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, Carrie Ordway. I was about to say Corey, but Carrie Ordway. Carrie, how are you this afternoon?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I'm just a little tired, but excited to broadcast some Eagles volleyball today. Big matchup here today, Bob Jones University versus Pensacola Christian College, arguably the 2 best teams in our region. What are the Eagles going to have to do to be competitive?
You mentioned this, and we mentioned this a little bit ago, but just making sure they play as clean of a game as possible, limiting those unforced errors, and just making minimal mistakes throughout.
The Eagles, before playing this game in a tri-match, played against Johnson University, a team that they swept in clean fashion 2 games in a row before. They lost in 3 earlier this afternoon. What do they have to do in order to get that game out of their mind and focus on this game ahead of them?
You know, it works in their favor that they had a bit of a break in between the game, and I heard the girls talking, and they were talking about how, you know, they just took time to work through and think about what had happened in the game, and then, like you said, just put it behind them.
Bob Jones, easily one of the best teams in the nation, been ranked #1 every single year, but has probably one of the best coaches to ever coach in the NCCAA in Vicki Denny. She's won practically, I believe, 24 to 25 national championships between her time at Bob Jones and her time also at, I believe, Clearwater College as well. What do the Eagles have to do to go up against such an experienced team such as Bob Jones?
Just play their game, rely on the things that they've practiced all year, and just limit those mistakes.
Plenty of action waits in this matchup here today, but before we go ahead and kick off this game, let's go ahead and slide it over to Caleb Osborne with the pregame ceremonies.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the PCC Lady Eagles and Bob Jones University. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. Please stand for prayer. Dear Lord, please give these players strength and endurance. I ask that you keep them safe as they compete, and that everything done here tonight on and off the court would bring honor and glory to you. In your name I pray, amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Starting tonight for Bob Jones University. Number 3, Victoria Glaze. Number 6, Hannah Prince. Number 9, Timber Cruz. Number 11, Emily Vi. Number 15, Emma Riddle. Number 16, Bailey Hunger. Bob Jones is led by Coach Vicki Denny. And now, your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. Starting tonight, number 1, a sophomore from Davison, Michigan, Hannah Darrow. Number 3, a junior from Cleveland, Tennessee, Bethany Gamble. Number 4, a sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, Jade Haverson. Number 7, a junior from Port St. Lucie, Florida, Brittany Hunter. Number 12, the sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, Victoria Hamilton. Number 18, the senior from Simi Valley, California, Brooke McLeod. Number 19, a sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona, Kenzie Folker. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Kaylin Oman with assistant coach Supa Leota. Officiating for tonight's game are Maureen McCannon and John Evans.
We hope you viewers at home are just as excited as me and Carrie to do this game here tonight. Let's go ahead and review our starting lineup for the Pensacola Christian Eagles. Number 1, Hannah Darrow. Number 3, Bethany Gamble. Number 4, Jade Halverson. Number 7, the junior from St. Port Lucie, Florida, Brittany Hunter. Number 12, Victoria Hamilton. Number 18, Brooke McLeod. And number 19, Kenzie Folker. Carrie, what does this team have to do in order for them to come out hot against this very dominant team as Bob Jones is?
I think one thing, it's a lot of the mental battle that we saw them face in the last match, just coming into this calm and executing what they know how to do.
A very intense battle. A lot of fans here tonight in the nest as this game prepares to kick off. The Eagles going to be the first team to serve here today. And let's get this matchup underway. And this matchup begins. Kenzie Folker gets over to Gamble, hits that directly into the nest. As we already stated, the starting lineup for the Eagles. Let's go ahead and introduce the starting lineup to the Bruins. Number 3, Victoria Glaze, having herself an MVP season. Number 6, Hannah Price. Number 9, Timber Cruz. Number 11, Emily Villa. Number 15, Emma Riddle. And number 16, Bailey Hunger. And the Eagles get active early, knotting up this competition at one apiece.
For the Eagles, number 5, Sue Lee.
Carrie, both of these teams are well coached. Coach Oman being the 2020 Coach of the Year, and Coach Denny on the other side of the bench having such a track record of herself. What do you think these two coaches are doing in order to prepare for this matchup?
You know, this matchup comes toward the end of the season, so I think they're just building on what they've already been doing the entire season. And like I mentioned already, just telling their girls to do what they know how to do, relying on all those practices that they've had.
And the energy that Halverson brings is phenomenal. Gets a strike inside and collects a kill. Jade Halverson, the sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, sends one over. Free ball over, collected by Gamble. Folker over to Hamilton, opposite side. And the Bruins make a block. Beautiful block there by the Bruins as they collect the score. Carrie, despite the Bruins being number 1 in the nation, the last time the Eagles played them at home, although sweeping them 3-0, all sets were competitive. What are you expecting out of this matchup?
I think we'll continue to see this competitive. Both teams have had the opportunity to already play once today, so they've kind of worked through some of those hopefully worked through some of those mental battles that they had earlier.
Emily Villa gets over the net and spikes one in. The Bruins take a quick 2-4 lead. Back to serve number 8, Caitlin Landcron. Short serve. Hamilton out at the back row. Hunger tries to get one here. And beautiful positioning for Folker. Let's see that one again. Kenzie Folker with the beautiful decision not to set up one of her hitters, but sends it over to the other side. A play that Carrie Ordway loves to see often. Haley Butcher back for the serve. The sophomore from Davison, Indiana. Here comes Glaze, and she kicks the kill. Coming into the game for the Bruins, number 1, Rachel Patisol, actually. And number 18, Camilla Silva. Patisol is going to be back for the serve as the Bruins lead early, 3-5. Out the back row goes Doro, and she'll score. Hannah Doro, the sophomore out of Michigan, gets on the board for the Eagles, shrinking in the deficit to 1 apiece. Hamilton back for the serve. Patisol sets her up. Glaze tries to get one, but can't get it. Here comes Hunter. And a beautiful dig by Cruz. McLeod finds Hunter. Free ball over. Cruz gets it. Patisol to Glaze. And that point will be awarded to the Bruins. Very competitive early here. Glaze back for the hit. Doro with the off-speed. Patisol. And that will be a double hit by Patisol. The Eagles do score. Coming into the game for the Eagles, Jade Halverson. And McLeod collects the service error. A lot of those mistakes were the same ones that were presented in last matchup against Johnson University. And the Bruins capitalize. Courtney Campbell with the serve. Hamilton out at the back row. Patisol sets up Silva. Collected by McLeod. Beautiful dig. McWirt stays with it. Patisol sets up Emma Riddle, and she'll score. Courtney Campbell back for the serve. McLeod. Butcher to Halverson. A bit early, but she sends one over. Patisol. And the Bruins do score. Emma Riddle gets another kill. Courtney Campbell will be going back for another serve. Butcher sets up Hunter. Quickly sent over by Halverson. What a bit too long.
You know, Alvin, I think this is really the point of this set where the Eagles need to calm things down and then try to dictate the pace of the game. As I mentioned before in the previous match today, they're being pretty reactionary at this point. But we saw right there when the Eagles did execute properly, they really controlled the pace, and I would imagine they're going to have a lot more success if they're able to do that more often.
My apologies. Allie McGurk shortens the deficit to 3 as Kenzie Folker and Bethany Gamble check into the game. Here's Folker. Patisol. Silva with the free ball. Hunter, and she'll score! Brittany Hunter finds the hole in the defense. Let's see that one again. Goes opposite court, and Cruz just wasn't ready for it. Patisol sets up Riddle, and she'll score. Emma Riddle with 3 kills already, becoming very active in this Bruins offense. Back to serve for the Bruins, number 6, Hannah Prince, the junior from West Palm Beach, Florida. Here's Gamble. And she'll score! Shrinks the deficit to 3. The freshman from Hawaii, Sue Lee, checks into the game. Lee leads the team in service aces with 33. Prince sets up Riddle, but that's denied. Here's Hunger. Hamilton doesn't find the line on that one. Close call there, Carrie.
Yeah, you can see Hamilton eyeing that block. She is going up a pretty significant block, up against a pretty significant block, so she's really going to have to play smarter facing that kind of block tonight.
Timbre Cruz with the serve. Halverson sends one over. Here comes Hunger, and she hits it right into the net. Eagles do score, shrinks the deficit to 3. Halverson back for the serve. Halverson a bit too long on that serve. Resulting to points for the Eagles. Carry volleyball is such a meticulous game that even the points that you mess up on, or even I could say the mistakes, can capitalize for points for the other team.
Yeah, absolutely. And these missed serves are just points that you don't want to be giving up in such a tight matchup like tonight.
Glaze sends one over to no avail. Here comes Hannah Doro with the off speed, and that gets inside. Kind of strange there. I believe, I don't know specifically what the call is, possibly a carry by Doro.
It was ruled out of bounds, and Doro thought she saw that ball go pretty clearly inside.
Miscue by Hamilton. Service ace for the Bruins. And Caitlin Landhorn will score. Coach Oman calls a timeout. We will step aside as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over, to the midpoint of the first set. Back to serve Caitlin Landcorn, actually. A sophomore from Crown Point, Indiana. Free ball from Hamilton. That goes long. The Bruins will score. Landcorn, my apologies. We'll go back to serve. Landcron, actually. Folker sets up Doro with the off-speed. And Glaze will score. Victoria Glaze with the 6th best hitting percentage in the nation, and also 2nd best kill percentage in the nation as well. Records one herself. Landcron tries with the off-speed, but to no avail. Haley Butcher and Allie McGirt check into the game for Folker and Gamble. Eagles trail by 7. Prince sets up Glaze, and a lot of power behind that spike. The Bruins do score. A set which seemed competitive in the beginning. Seems that the Bruins are just coasting in the driver's seat. Pattisel. Butcher. Off speed to Alley. Here comes Glaze again. McLeod is there. Off speed by Doro and finds the territory. Hannah Doro with the smart decision not to power that one over and scores for the Eagles. Here's Hamilton. Pattisel sets up Silva. McLeod is there. Hunter, not Hunter, but Doro with another score. Actually, not another score. Actually, yes, another score. My apologies. Couldn't tell what the official was doing with her hands there, but Hamilton is back for another serve. Doro quickly with the move. 3 quick points by Doro, shrinks the deficit to 5. And Coach Denny's going to need a timeout. As both teams talk it over, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway as the Bruins do lead this matchup, and Glaze goes inside and secures the bag. Victoria Glaze rises high and slams it low. Now coming into the game for the Bruins, number 10, Kayla Oberstar. Now Glaze will send it over. Butcher sets up Hunter. Right to Glaze. Here's Oberstar. Just checks into the game. And she'll score for the Eagles. Not the Eagles, rather, but the Bruins. Kayla Oberstar, the outside hitter studying kinesiology from Pickens, South Carolina. Butcher sets up Alley. And a risky move up top there, but she scores. Back to serve, Brooke McLeod. Her last attempt ended in a service ace. Pattisel sets up Silva, and she'll score. Camila Silva, the middle blocker studying nursing from Brazil, scores for the Bruins. Coach Oman calls a timeout for herself. As they talk along, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway as Hunter tries to get one over. Butcher sets up Hunter. Off speed to no good. Silva crosses one over. McGirt with the off speed. Oberstar sends one. Hunter. Beautiful play by number 14. Rather 15, Emma Riddle. But the Bruins do score. Courtney Campbell back for the serve. And I believe that is a net violation.
Not quite a net violation. Our setter was coming from back row and participating in that block at the net.
Campbell. Butcher sets up Halverson and nearly scores. A lot of power behind that spike. Halverson again, and that goes directly into the net. The Bruins 1 point away to take this first set. Here's Campbell. McGirt. Here's Butcher to Hunter. And I believe she does score. Actually, she doesn't. So the Bruins will take this first set with the score of, I believe, 14-25. As both of these teams talk things over in preparation for the next set, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway. Carrie, we just received the stat sheet a couple moments ago. What were some things that you liked and didn't like from both teams from the stat sheet?
You know, I really like the number of hitting attempts we saw from the Eagles. I don't especially like the number of hitting errors that we've seen or the number of service errors. Especially the timing of those service errors in the first set came at particularly bad points of the set when they could have shifted the momentum their own way.
Kenzie Folker despises the third hit and gets the point for the Eagles as they strike first. Back to serve, Sue Lee, the freshman from Hawaii, leads the team with service aces. And Riddle gets inside and scores. Emma Riddle collects her 4th kill of the ball game. Back to serve is Timbre Cruz. Lee to Halverson with the off speed, and Halverson scores. Hannah Doral quickly checks in for the libero, Brooke McLeod, as Halverson is still back to score. To serve, rather. Here comes Glaze. Halverson is there. Folker to Hamilton, and she hits that directly into the net. That hitting error equalizes this matchup. Back to serve, number 8, Caitlin Lacron. Landcron back to serve. Folker sets up Gamble. Glaze was there. Here's Hamilton. Cruz is there. Glaze again. And that's deflected out of bounds by the Eagles. Sully possibly could have got to that one, but didn't see the deflection. Landcron sends it over. And she'll collect the service ace. Kaylin Landcron gets her 2nd service ace of the game. The sophomore studying early childhood education. McLeod is there. Folker to Doro, and that's directly into the net. Five to 2 early in the second set. The first set was taken by Bob Jones. To a score of 25-14. Here's Gamble. Riddle is there. And a line violation by the Eagles. Riddle and Glaze with that double block is very lethal. Landcron back for the serve again. Here comes Doro. Off speed. Hunger's there. Folker tries to save it, but Sky's out of bounds. The Bruins with a convincing lead early in the second set. 7-2. Landcron back for a serve. Landcron, a little bit too much power behind that one. Eagles capitalize. Butcher and McWirt check into the game for Folker and Gamble. The normal substitution pattern that happens when Gamble is supposed to serve, but Haley substitutes for her anyway. Here's Glaze. Double hit by the setter. Eagles capitalize on the Bruins' mistake. Here's Butcher. Prince sets up Riddle, and that finds the back of the hardwood. Camila Silva, the freshman studying nursing from Brazil, checks into the game, as well as number 1, Rachel Pattison. Pattison with 7 assists on the night, leads the team with assists as well. violation on the Eagles. Results to points for the Bruins. Pattisel back again for another serve. Short serve by Pattisel. Miscommunication on the back row set. Intended for McLeod. Glaze a bit too strong on that attack. Results to points for the Eagles. Hamilton back for the serve. Hamilton. Pattisel sets up Glaze on the opposite side, and she finds the hardwood. Eagles lead by 5 coming into the game for the Bruins. Kayla Obastar actually, the sophomore studying kinesiology. Glaze, back for the serve. And she'll collect the service ace actually. Bruins lead by 6. Here's Glaze. Butcher to Hallie McWirt, and she'll get it done through the middle. See that one again. Beautiful set by her friend, Haley, and she looks it right up the middle. Glaze a bit out of position on the back row. Good recovery by Brooke McLeod. Glaze sends one over. Hunter, met by a double block in the middle by Riddle and Silva. Beautiful defense by the Bruins. The deficit stretches to 6. Nearly midway through the second set. Butcher to Halverson. Strong strike, and she gets it inside. Halverson with her second kill of the ball game. Haley and Allie check out the ball game for Gamble and Folker as Folker serves one over. Pattisel sets up Emma Riddle. Beautiful dig by McLeod. Halverson. Pattisel sets up Camilla. Halverson is there. Right side goes Riddle, and she'll find the hardwood. Gamble was not in the position to recover, and Riddle took advantage. Hannah Prince checks back into the game. The junior studying early childhood education from West Palm Beach, Florida. Folker, quick set to Hunter, and she'll score! Way to take advantage of the block. Brittany Hunter comes out of the game for Sue Lee, and Cora Lathers comes out of the game for Tori Hamilton. Lee, Prince, Hamilton there for the block. Hunger was there. Cross court to Hamilton, off speed to no avail. Folker sends one over. McLeod there, Folker falls. Bethany Gamble's there, and that's a bit too strong. Coming into the game for the Eagles, number 15, Emma Reagan, the freshman from Durham, North Carolina. Folker sets up Reagan. She's quickly denied. Hamilton. Oberster from the back row. McLeod is there, McLeod rather. Here's Reagan, and she'll score, the freshman from Durham. Beautiful decision making by the freshman from Durham, North Carolina. Here's Halverson back for the serve. Halverson with the service error. She's quickly taken out. McLeod into the game. Landcron back for the serve. Here's Folker to Reagan with the off-speed. Riddle takes advantage, yet touches the line. Actually hits the net. Reagan and Folker come out of the game. In comes Haley Butcher and Allie McWirt. Butcher, the sophomore from Davison, Indiana. Prince sets up Hungry. We haven't seen much from her. Hunger, rather. Riddle with the flexibility there. Here comes Allie. Landcron's there. Glaze with the large strike, and she gets it! Victoria Glaze, second in the nation in kills, being very active offensively. Rachel Pattisel, the setter, junior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, back for the serve. Here's Pattisel. Butcher to Hamilton, not the hit she wanted. Here comes Silva on the opposite side. Lee's there, free ball for Riddle. Rather Via. Yes, he can't convert. Cora Lathers and Brittany Hunter come in for Sue Lee and Hamilton. Lathers back for the serve. Pattisel sets up Glaze. A lot of misdirection in that opportunity, and she'll score. Coach Oman, the 2020 Coach of the Year, needs to call a timeout, so we'll step aside. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway. 17-11 Bruins. Back to serve, Victoria Glaze. Hamilton uses her block effectively and scores for the Eagles. McLeod back to serve. Halverson checks in for Doro. Here comes Via. Halverson scores. Somehow finds the back of the territory. Very beautiful display by Jade Halverson.
Yeah, absolutely. Bringing that characteristic energy to the game.
Pattisel sets up Silva. Butcher's there. Allie met by a block. Butcher pushes it backwards. Yet can't find the territory needed to be placed to. Eagles still down by 5. Back to serve, number 4, Courtney Campbell. Lathers, Halverson, Hunter. Pattisel sets up Riddle, and she'll score. Place McLeod in an uncomfortable situation to return it. And she'll score for the Bruins. 19-13 is the score. Halverson, right, left side rather. Pattisel to Silva. She'll rise up, and that's coming right to Carey.
Almost had it.
Almost had it there. We could have ended up on SportsCenter Top 10 highlights. The announcing pair that made the beautiful save in volleyball. Campbell back for the serve. Bruins Chero by 7, and the Eagles do score. (20-14) is the score here. Allie McGirt and Haley Butcher check out of the game. Here's Folker. Pattisel. And number 10, Kayla Oberster, collects her first kill of the ball game. Camila Silva, the freshman studying nursing from Brazil. Wearing number 18, sends the ball over. McLeod. Reagan gets it over. Oberster too strong. Eagles do convert on that one. Sue Lee and Tori Hamilton check into the game for Cora Lathers and Brittany Hunter. Here's Lee. Folker sets up Hamilton on the left side. Glaze is there, but can't convert. Glaze mistimed the hit, shrinking the deficit to only a score of 5. Sue Lee, the freshman from Hawaii, leads the team in service aces, sends one over. Here's Riddle. Pattisel sets up Riddle again, but Halverson is there! Halverson's energy on the floor is effectuous even from here, and she brings the massive block and a massive stop for the Eagles to be in this ball game. Coach Denny calls a timeout. We'll let these teams talk and we'll step aside. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Sue Lee with the serve, sets up Oberstar. Reagan. Pattisel back row to Glaze, and that goes out of bounds. A set where it almost seemed hopeless for the Eagles to come back in. Now they only trail by 3, Carey.
Yeah, they have definitely climbed back into this match.
Prince sets up Hunger. Haven't heard much from her today. Halverson. And somehow Glaze gets to it. Folker quickly sends it over. And the Eagles do score. Smart decision there by Folker. Beautiful job reading the defense. Now the Eagles only down by a score of 2. Sue Lee smashes that one into the net. Kayla Obastar. Back for the serve. Lee collects it. Halverson on the opposite end. Almost scores here. Boker to Reagan. Hamilton tries one. Prince to Glaze. What a beautiful dig there by McLeod. Prince, quick one. Boker's there. Hunger reads the defense. And the Eagles do score! We have a beautiful matchup here today in Pensacola. Jade Halverson is coming in clutch here for the Eagles this afternoon. Halverson back to serve. Carrie, let's elaborate a little more about Halverson's performance, both offensively and defensively, as she nearly gets the ace there.
Yeah, like we always say with Halverson, she brings a ton of energy to the court. And when she brings that energy as well as being able to successfully execute, it's huge for the Eagles.
Near score for Hamilton. The Eagles are in a groove here. Hamilton tries to score here. Hunger there. Hamilton on the left side. Nearly scores. Here's Prince. Sets up Hunger. Reagan sends one over. Obasar is there. Here's Riddle, and that's out! The Eagles bring this in within one! This isn't changed by the opposite official here. Carrie, how did you feel about that play?
I thought it was a really good play. I didn't see where the ball landed, but there was a little miscommunication between the officials.
Only if we can see an instant replay of that situation
And
there.
right now, the head ref is calling actually the captains of the teams to come talk to her. I'm assuming she's going to explain that, and I think the point's going to go over to the Bruins.
That's unfortunate, possibly a momentum shifter for this game. And this matchup is closer than we need it to be. Back to serve number 8, Caitlin Landcron. I'll get that name right eventually. She's back for the serve. Eagles now down by a point of 3. Carrie, how do you expect the Eagles to counteract on a play like this as Coach Oman calls a timeout?
Well, I mean, I can't tell you what I expect them to do, but I can tell you what they should do when they come out. It's going to be really important for them to take control of this play from the very beginning and create a strong first offense and get control of the game.
Both teams have about a minute to talk it over. We'll step inside as they do so. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alva Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway. As Carrie, we saw a play call made by the right sideline official that possibly can change the course of this set. High skying, and Darrell can't get a hand on it. Landcron back for another serve. Service is up. Boker to Hamilton. Glaze sends one over. McLeod's there. Hamilton nearly gets it over. And the Bruins do win that set. Extremely entertaining set by both teams, but the Bruins take the upper hand. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back as both teams talk it over. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over, whether from around the country or around the world. Alvin Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway. Moments ago, we received the stat sheet. Carrie, what did you like and did not like from the stats you received?
I think the biggest thing that stood out to me from this past set was the missed serves. Especially in a game like this, a missed serve not only gives a point to the other team, but is a big momentum shift, especially at pretty crucial points of this set.
Speaking of momentum shifts, that last play call when I believe the score was about 20-23, that the side official overturned, kind of was a huge game changer in this game. How do you think the Eagles are going to have to combat after one of those play calls type like that?
Especially after a call like that, it's really important to make sure you have a successful next play, and the Eagles did not come out very strong on that play. So it did not really help the momentum there.
Victoria Glaze gets on top and slams one home for the Eagles. Hannah Prince in the far back left corner. Don't normally see a lot of players do an approach like that, yet it still works. Butcher sets up McGirt, and she'll score. The Eagles come back quickly. Pivotal set for both teams. Either means we're going to be continuing to have a lot of volleyball, or we're all going to be going home. Falker sends one over. Back row set to Cruz. And Halverson is there. What a defensive performance she's having today. Hunter sends one. Halverson to Reagan. Prince tries to quickly send one over. Reagan again to Glaze. Hamilton can't get a hand on it. Cora Lathers checks in for Tori Hamilton. As Timbre Cruz is back for the serve. Sets up Halverson, and Cruz gets a hand on that somehow. Obastar. Cora Lathers and McLeod trying to get to the same spot there. And the Bruins do score, leading 4-1. Timbre Cruz back there. The sophomore studying engineering, and she'll get the service ace. Here's Cruz again. Nearly gets another ace there. Here's Reagan. Tries to find the line, but a bit too strong. Bruins are jumping out to an early 6-1 lead, deficit of 5. Cruz again. And the hands of Halverson. Hunter with the off-speed. Landcron is there. Hunger. She'll get her first kill of the ball game. And Coach Oman calls a quick timeout as the Bruins establish their dominance quickly. As both teams talk it over, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway. Carrie, last set was very competitive. The Eagles come back a little slow as Reagan scores for the Eagles. What are the Eagles gonna have to do to possibly shrink in this deficit?
Clean up those unforced errors, take control of the game, take control of the pace of the game, and just keep their heads in the games, because I think a lot throughout today we've just seen a lot of mental errors result in the loss of points.
Oberstar, she's there. Oberstar set up on the left side. McLeod is there. Volker to Reagan, gets denied. She'll try again. Prince hits it off her shoulder. Here comes Hunger. Halverson sends one over. Cruz, Prince, Oberstar directly into the net. Coming into the game for the Eagles, number 2, the sophomore from Loveland, Colorado, Kayla Boggs. Extremely sorry for the technical difficulties we were experiencing as Riddle Skies went over. Halverson, Prince to Hunger, and that's too strong. She'll score for the Eagles. Actually, due to a net violation, this will go to the Bruins. Padistel and Silva will check into the game. As Rachel Padistel, the junior setter from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, goes back to serve. Here's Padistel. Volker can't get there. Eagles still trail by 6 in the third set of action. Padistel again. McLeod can't get there. Second service error in a row. Rather, service ace for Padistel. Here's Padistel again. Boggs is there. Volker with the free ball. Padistel sets up Silva. Pushes one over. Back row set from Halverson. That's too strong. Padistel will be back again for the serve. Here's Padistel. Boggs is there. Reagan nearly scores for the Eagles. Back row from Silva, and she finds the hardwood. Halverson comes out the game for Brooke McLeod. Here's Padistel again for her 4th serve as the Bruins lead 13-14. And that one goes directly into the net. Butcher and McGirt check into the game for the Eagles. And Butcher is back for the serve. Here's Cruz. That one skies out of bounds. Cruz having a really great day defensively, but can't seem to get on the boards. Butcher back again for her second serve. Pattisel sets up Riddle, and she'll score. That one close to the line, but Durant grants it to their favor. Obastar back for the serve. Butcher, Hamilton, that's into the net. 6-15 for the Eagles. Obastar will serve again. Obastar. Here's Doro, and she's deflected by Timbre and Riddle. (16-6) matchup so far. Obastar back again. McLeod. Butcher. Here's Doro. High skying hit there. Timbre. Cruz hits that one a bit too far. The Eagles do score here. 7-16 is the match score. Not the match score, but rather the set. Lather says one over. Cruz comes up. Butcher to Hunter. Here's Silva. Doro sends one long. And Obastar makes the great decision not to touch it. The Bruins lead by double digits, 17-7. Landcron. Butcher back set to Doro, and she'll score. Halverson comes into the game for Doro. McLeod back to serve. Here's Glaze, nearly scores there. Pattisel sets up Silva, opposite side with the off speed, to no avail. Pattisel to Glaze, and she'll score! Victoria Glaze having herself a great day offensively, and Coach Oman needs to call a timeout. As they take some moments aside, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Carrie Ordway, coming back as Coach Oman burns her second timeout. And the Eagles trail big, 18-8. Prince back for the serve. Prince in the far left corner of the Bruins territory. Here's Butcher. Halverson with the off speed. Don't think that was intentional, yet still scores. Volker and Reagan check into the game. As Volker goes back to serve. Cruz can't get to that one as Volker collects the service ace. Kenzie Volker led her team as a freshman in aces and assists. Cruz tries to push one over. Here's Hunter, and she'll score! The Eagles are down, but don't count them out yet, as they're trying to mask up as much potential as possible. 11-18 set score so far. Here's Glaze. Good old reliable for the Bruins. And she'll score 19-11. Timbre Cruz, the sophomore, sends one over, and that one gets inside. Cruz collects her second service ace of the game. The Bruins only needing 7 more points to secure this game and to continue their undefeated regular season streak against region play, and Cruz gets another one. Coming into the game, number 12, Kyra Rickard for the Bruins. After 2 service errors, Cruz, after 2 service aces, Cruz gets an error, scoring for the Eagles. Kayla Boggs and Sue Lee checks into the game. Here's Lee. Campbell scores. Well, tries to at least. Cruz, Prince, Glaze. What a beautiful combination that is. Prince to Glaze, they score again. (12-22) is the set score as of recently. Victoria Glaze in the makings to having a South Region Player of the Year season, and Kayla Boggs scores! Kayla Boggs, the sophomore setter out of Loveland, Colorado, gets high and hits hard. Timbre Cruz can't get a handle on that one. Here's Halverson. Prince finds Riddle. Hamilton was blocked, but that goes out of bounds. Eagles mounting a bit of a comeback as Halverson is back to serve. Here's Halverson. Prince. Volker, quickly to Doro. Prince to Campbell. And the Eagles do score. Eagles only down by a score of 7, a deficit rather. Here's Halverson. Prince to Glaze. Doesn't convert the points that time. Reagan sets her feet. Boggs directly into the net. The Bruins only needing 2 more points to secure this win and continue their successful season. Pattisel. Back for the serve. And she'll score. Rachel Pattisel secures the service ace. 6th in the nation in that category. 1 more point needed to secure this win. Here's Rachel Pattisel. And she gets another service ace to win. Rachel Pattisel being 6th in the nation in service aces already. Collects another one to win it for the Bruins. Carrie, what is your take on things?
I think we're really seeing the point of the season that we're in. We see a lot of mental battles happening with the Eagles today. I think this is one of those games that they're going to have to look back on and think about and really reflect on to see how they can use what they had done today to get better in the future. But like I said, it's the getting toward the end of the season. They're tired, coming off midterms week, mentally tired already. So that might be a good time for them to have a little bit of a break here.
Tough game for both teams. Actually, not for both teams, but for the Eagles for losing both of these games out of the tri-match. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys later. Thank you so much for joining us.